Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnik Chevrolet Sports Update. So the Jaguars hold a pre-draft luncheon, and as usual, they don't actually say anything, but if you do read between the lines, there's so many things you can kind of discern. One is that Dave Caldwell thinks there is a best player in the draft. My theory is it's Leonard Williams. That's not anything new. And Gus Bradley said that he feels like that there are 5 or 6 guys that are rated about the same. What the Jaguars do is rate these same guys horizontally on their board, physically, horizontally, so that you can see those players if you have to pick one of them, and none of them looks like a favorite. At one point last year, the Jaguars got on the clock, and basically Dave Caldwell said, look, we got the 3rd pick. We can have Sammy Watkins here, and if we take Sammy Watkins here, we're going to get Jimmy Garoppolo as our quarterback at the top of the 2nd round. Or we can take Blake Bortles here, and we'll get Allen Robinson. They never thought Marquise Lee would still be available. Everybody thought that Bortles was the right pick, and it turned out that that was the right thing. And at the same time, Dave Caldwell thought he was the best player in the draft. So as things evolve, the Jaguars will be more affected by what happens in front of them, perhaps, than they ever have before with the number 3 pick. If it's the 2 quarterbacks, the Jaguars have their pick of every other position player and the best in the draft, and no doubt they'll take somebody, and I think they'll end up taking Williams. It's pretty wide open. They're more open to trade than they ever have been, and Gus Bradley said it's weird only having 7 picks after they had 10 last year. I told him, for now. He said, well, that's true. I mean, anything could happen. So the Jaguars draft will be on a lot of people's minds coming up next week. Suns are on a real kind of streak here of losing, and it has to do with bad pitching, untimely hitting, and bad fielding. I mean, it's just baseball fundamentals. So far, this team really hasn't found itself. So we're still looking for that, as they are still at home at the baseball grounds, currently playing against, they just finished Biloxi, and now it's Birmingham, exactly. Outside of that, Players is coming up. Tiger announced that he'll play. That'll boost some ticket sales. He hadn't played since the Masters. And the one thing to remember, if you're a big Tiger fan, he did not hit a fairway until 13 on Sunday. He went 12 holes. Well, he hit number 12. He went 11 holes without hitting a fairway. You can do that at Augusta. You do that at Players, at the stadium course, you're going to shoot X a lot. So he's going to have to get that driver or 3-wood straightened out if he expects to compete at Players coming up. Don't forget, they're closed Monday of that week and then open for the rest of the week. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnik Chevrolet Sports Update.